Hello, my dear fashion lovers. It's wonderful to have you back. Today we're diving straight into the Giorgio Armani Spring Summer 2027 collection at Milan Fashion Week. Let's be honest, seeing the Milanese house shake up its own codes of formal elegance with such audacity is the exact shift I didn't see coming. This season, the brand ventures into slippery territory for them, denim, and this raw lightness works, in my opinion, exceptionally well. It's a way of exposing garment construction in its most honest form, far from the usual rigid constraints. Forget sterile runways. The historic courtyard of the Palazzo Orsini has been transformed into a summer lounge suspended in time. Beneath the feet, finely woven rattan, sisal and jute rugs release an intoxicating earthy scent. Can you picture the vibe? We're somewhere between the freshness of a Renaissance palace and the languor of a late Mediterranean afternoon. It's the perfect setting to introduce a well-kept secret, a joint men's and women's collection merging their energies for the very first time. Behind this show, co-orchestrated by Leo Del Orco and Silvana Armani, lies an ambitious approach, blurring the line between utilitarian workwear and high luxury. The intent isn't to mimic the street, but to elevate the everyday. What I find striking here is this obsession with texture. The studio uses marine and terrestrial inspirations not as a simple surface motif, but as a language that softens the Armani silhouette and projects it into the current cultural zeitgeist. On the runway, the pace is slow, relaxed, almost nonchalant. The models walk with an ease that just barely keeps the look from sliding into something too slouchy. You can feel the weight of the fabrics moving with the body. One of the most striking elements of the season? It's definitely the pairing of highly textured field jackets with oversized canvas travel bags and woven rattan loafers. The posture of a wealthy nomad who knows exactly where they're going. But it's at the level of the invisible structure that the show becomes truly fascinating. How is it possible to give the illusion of denim while keeping the movement so liquid? Everything seems to rest on a remarkable technical mastery of shantung silk. The studio sculpted fluid shirts and deconstructed jackets that mimic the raw weave of denim to perfection. Do you also feel that contrast between the appearance of a workwear fabric and the sheer nobility of the material? The color palette anchors itself in reality with sand, earth tones, and salt-bleached blues. The clash of textures is striking. The clothes look as though they've already lived several lives under the sun. The first women's tailored jackets directly echo the granite columns of the courtyard, thanks to clear sequins embedded into the fabric that catch the light in an almost mineral way, without a hint of flashy rhinestones. If we stop for a moment on the micro details, we discover a subtle mirror play between men's and women's pieces. Look closer at these herringbone patterns. They run along a long masculine academic jacket before reappearing on a silky blue ensemble for women. We also notice oversized gusset pockets on utilitarian vests. Did we expect to see such rigorous geometry flirting with lines this soft? Not necessarily, and that's where the magic lies. The show progresses like a summer day stretching out. We begin with daytime wear, earthy and utilitarian, where classic tailoring rubs shoulders with multi-pocket cargo pants. Then the tempo tightens and the mood darkens for evening. No fluff, the tuxedo undergoes a radical simplification. The climax of this finale arrives with a series of ultra-refined evening jackets, adorned with mystical brooches representing the zodiac signs of Scorpio and Cancer. An intimate, poignant punctuation mark. But what if we step out of the runway fantasy for a minute? I remain a bit skeptical about how the layering of utilitarian vests over traditional cotton dress shirts translates to real life. On the runway, the styling works, but on the street, the untrained eye sees a disjointed outfit rather than a deliberate creative statement. The Armani chic sometimes borders on technical overload in its eagerness to feel modern. Ultimately, what we take away from this collection is a refreshing maturity. This runway sets an important milestone in the house's history. It proves that Giorgio Armani can integrate denim and utilitarian codes without losing its soul or its legendary elegance. It's a fluid rewriting of its own heritage. So, does this massive intrusion of denim and cargo distort Armani's tailoring DNA, or is it precisely the youthful spark the brand needed? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments. I want to see the debate down there. Thank you so very much for sharing this analysis with me. To train your eye before next time, try spotting in your own wardrobe how a fluid fabric can completely alter the perception of a classic cut. We'll see each other very soon for a new breakdown. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of the show.
l'energia del mondo dentro le mie mani. E questo è il mio momento, lotto per il mio domani. Seguimi e vedrai chi sono, viva più che mai. Il mio viaggio verso il gioco delle fiamme, vai. Ah, e questo è il fuoco che ti guida alla vittoria, ti renderà memoria. Più in alto brillerai e tu guiderai chi si è perso in tutto l'universo. Se stanotte sognerai e domani brillerai, tremi, respira, vai. Brucia la fiamma, tu corri e poi vincerai. E chi sogna non si ferma mai. Nel tuo cuore il fuoco brucia ormai. La vittoria è sul podio ormai. Nello stadio un coro sentirai. Oh, 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 baby, non mollare mai. Il tuo corpo che si muove, vola più in alto del sole. Il futuro è solo di chi non smette mai di sognare. Questa è l'opportunità di mostrare ciò che siamo. E comincia un altro gioco e tu canterai. Ah, e questo è il fuoco che ti guida alla vittoria, ti renderà memoria. Più in alto brillerai e tu guiderai chi si è perso in tutto l'universo. Se stanotte sognerai e domani brillerai, tremi, respira, vai. Brucia la fiamma, tu corri e poi vincerai. E chi sogna non si ferma mai. Nel tuo cuore il fuoco brucia ormai. La vittoria è sul podio ormai. Nello stadio un coro sentirai. Oh, 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 baby, non mollare mai. Baby, non mollare mai. Oh, baby, non mollare mai. E chi sogna non si ferma mai. Nel tuo cuore il fuoco brucia ormai. La vittoria è sul podio ormai. Baby, non mollare mai.